By the power of Neverland, I have a podcast!
Hi, Neverlanders. It's your old pal, the Spider-Pan Jeremy, here from the Neverland Podcast again. Just had some interesting thinking I was doing today. The highlight of Spider-Man, or like some of the best stuff, really, was during his college years. Of Shields. Now, of course, we know, we're going to get a movie from Sony. Here is what I'd like to see, and this is, I think, like I said, it would make an interesting series, something like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., or the Peggy Carter series. But we're going to get a movie, so hopefully they use this. But here's what I would actually like to see. I'm going to get to the point, really. But during his college years, you had Flash Thompson. He had been, of course, the bully in high school, kind of a nemesis, rival, whatever you want to call him. He had become a hero, though. He had joined the military, and, since then, he's done a lot of things with the military. He's become Agent Venom. He's become a hero in his own right. But you had him, you had Harry Osborn, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane. Peter Parker had a kind of a group of friends he was around, his college, and they were all different. And so imagine if you had a show where you had Peter Parker and he had his friends, had an ensemble of friends that were around in Peter Parker's life. And then for professors, Dr. Kirk Connors, later the Lizard, Dr. Miles Warren, later the Jackal, and even Dr. Otto Octavius could be one of his professors in college. And you could do a lot with those before any of them start becoming villains. I think eventually with the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, that we'd been introduced to Dr. Connors. I had wondered if at some point, because we had him established, we could bring him around as the Lizard. Because it would be a lot more of a tragic figure, a lot more tragic character, if we had established him as somebody that Peter had looked up to, and then suddenly he turns into this monster, I would actually love to see, and then you can focus on maybe some other villains. Of course, you can bring the Green Goblin back in, maybe a Hobgoblin, but that might be too repeated. But there's a lot of other villains that you could work with. Scorpion, all these other people could be villains. But you have all these, this ensemble of characters in Peter Parker's life that would, I think, make things a lot more interesting. But we keep going back to, look, he's going to be in high school. Well, he can't be in high school forever, but you can spend some time in the college years and his ensemble of friends. Liz Allen could be around. That's actually what I would like to see. Is just spend some time in that and have this ensemble of characters and have a little bit of the triangle between him, Gwen Stacy, and Mary Jane. There's a very good comic book series called Spider-Man Blue. I wish I just thought of this now. I should have had it out. I believe it was Tim Sale that was one of the contributors. There's a couple of writers. Jeff Loeb, I think, and Tim Sale, I think, would have worked on this. It's a great story, and it does focus on Peter being in between, like Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy. Of course, now the difference is Gwen Stacy was more similar to Peter, and she was a very smart student and things like that. And was just a great match for him. And Mary Jane just seemed this party girl, was just always the life of the party and everything, and just life was moving fast for Mary Jane. That's just how she was. And Mary Jane, really, the depth of the character didn't start until Gwen Stacy had died. And there's a really great moment in the comics, and I have a reprint, like a graphic novel version of the death of Gwen Stacy, where Peter kind of goes down on Mary Jane, just like, what are you gonna do? Go off to another party, and everything. You just leave me alone. And there's this quiet moment where Mary Jane, she goes where she's gonna leave, but then she realizes, look, Peter needs a friend, and she just closes the door with herself inside. And they started to see a different side of Mary Jane at that point. So I would like to see some of that. And then, I think the way Amazing Spider-Man 2, love it or hate it, the way they dealt with Gwen Stacy, I thought was very well done. And her death, very well done. And it helped bring out the tragedy of it. But that's what I'd like to see from Spider-Man movies, it is that balance of two worlds. But let's bring in, like, Peter Parker's world and his circle of friends. And somebody who's really good at writing an ensemble. That's what I'd like to see from Sony. So all the characters have their bits to shine, and we really, feel like we're part of Peter Parker's world and the conflict of that and being Spider-Man and how he's like supposed to meet with his friends, but golly, there's something going down there. Spider-Man's needed. Somebody could die, and it would be all my fault if I didn't go as Spider-Man. If I knew something was happening and I didn't go, that type of thing that makes Peter Parker who he is, and how we love him. Well, that's what I'd like to see. That's my 2 cents. share your comments here in the comment field below, or, let us know at neverlandpodcast.com. You can send feedback that way. Check out neverlandpodcast.com. You can find all our links for iTunes and everything to listen to the regular weekly audio podcast, and continue watching this channel for more videos. I do enjoy doing toy box reviews for Disney Infinity 3.0, and I think I'm going to go play something here and record and get some more stuff up. There's probably a new challenge that I haven't caught up of. I haven't played any of the boss challenges yet that I'm sure Toy Box TV has already picked their favorites, but let me go try something. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Keep a pixie in your pocket.